Let's go ahead, go up these stairs so we can speak to Iridol up here.
Experimenting with time, unfortunately, leaves one rarely surprised. For example, I knew I would find you here. I am a sage of the Psijic Order. Though you might not recognize me in this role of messenger, the Right Master has requested your assistance. As I had business in the area, I said I would keep an eye out for you. I'm sure the Right Master will provide more details, but I suppose it involves the augury spell he plans to cast upon the abyssal pearl that you and Valserin discovered. You can find the Right Master in Kapora Tower on Artaeum.
Alright, so now we need to go speak to the Right Master. We'll just go ahead and fast travel to Artaeum. I think that's going to be the fastest way. Just to the Artaeum Way Shrine. Alright, now that we're here, it's directing us north to what looks like another portal. Right there. Alright, let's go talk to the Right Master now.
Good, you're back. Valserin suggested you would be invaluable in our efforts to extract information from the Abyssal Pearl, and I concur. We've started the augury ritual, but the Pearl has proven resistant to our efforts to reveal its secrets. A few insignificant echoes and a name to apply to it, but nothing to tell us who created it or what kind of magic it employs. It isn't Daedric in origin, though, despite the false Aldarch's allegiance. It's time to utilize more drastic means. We're about to enter a crucial stage of the augury ritual, so none of us can leave this chamber. If you could find my acolyte, Oriandra, she'll provide you with the amplification elixir we require. She's in Sotha Seal's study, upstairs. Oriandra should be in Sotha Seal's chambers, cataloging his old research and experiments. Tell her I need the amplification elixir to strengthen our augury ritual. That should help us determine what the pearl is and where it came from.
Okay, so now we need to go speak to Oriandra. We're there through that door. Or through that portal. Okay, there she is right there.
I knew it the moment we met back at the ruins. I sensed there was something special about you. The fact that Valserin hasn't stopped talking about you just confirms my original assessment. I'm glad I was able to help you escape that mind trap. That strange pearl has certainly been reluctant to reveal its secrets. The Right Master hates it when an inanimate object refuses to cooperate. Regarding the amplification elixir, I just cataloged it. It's a Sotha Seal creation, as you'd expect. What? No, not in the traditional sense. He's not one of our monks, if that's what you're asking. More like an honorary member, I guess you'd say. According to my records, the silver vial should be right over there.
Alright, so now we're looking for the amplification elixir, and it's right here. Alright, we pick that up. Now we need to go back and talk to the Right Master again. He's just over there.
Was Oriandra able to direct you to the proper elixir? Without something to amplify the magic, our ritual is going to fail. Just in time. For the next stage of the ritual, if you have no objections, I'd like you to join us. Your experiences alongside Valserin might help reveal what has so far eluded our efforts. We'll handle the magic. You pour the elixir into the scrying pool and stand close. As the ritual's power amplifies, your experiences with the Pearl and the false Aldarch should help the augury do its job. We want to discover the origin of the Pearl and its strange magic. In addition, anything we can learn about the false Aldark and his connection to the Pearl would be helpful. Otherwise, we're stepping blindly into Oblivion's maw here. Pour the elixir into the pool. That should provide the final boost we need to trigger the augury.
Here we stand, the most favored servants of Clavicus Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal, on the verge of the greatest victory for our princes.
Are you sure those creatures can be trusted?
Have no fear. Isn't that why we formed the Court of Bedlam? Besides, what happens next in Relenthiel will seal Somerset's fate.
That was unnerving. It seems the false Aldark belonged to an alliance of Daedric cultists called the Court of Bedlam. Imagine, the faithful of Clavicus Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal working together. This is more serious than I anticipated. No, but I'm hardly an expert on the Daedric cults of Tamriel. The magic I sensed in the Pearl, though, it doesn't contain the taint of Oblivion. We're missing something. But what? I suppose we'll need to find out what's going on in Relenthiel. I hoped you'd say that. Relenthiel sits to the west of Shimmerine, just across the mountains. I'll send Valcerin with you to talk to the Cannon Reeve. The false Aldark may be dead, but Mephala's and Nocturnal's agents remain, as well as the Pearls.
Alright, off to Relenthiel now. Let's go through this portal here. Let's make our way to the Artaeum Way Shrine. Alright, let's make our way to the Shimmerine Way Shrine. Right here. Alright, so now that we're here... Alright, so we're going to be going westward over to this point right here. So we're going to go ahead and start making our way that direction. Going west. We will follow the path for a little bit. We'll also follow the water line for a little bit. Along here. Just keep going directly west. No enemies along here. Past these carts. Past the carts, past the vineyards. Alright, we'll go along this path here. See, it's actually a very long way, as you can see. It's a long run. I think by this time they've expected us to discover a few more way shrines. But it's not how it worked out for me. Not this time at least. Alright, so let's go talk to Razumdar now.
This one has been looking for you. Raz's investigations have brought him to Relenthiel. When this one noticed your Sijic friend slip into town, Raz figured you'd be along soon. So, what did you discover on Artaeum, the island that isn't here anymore? Ugh, That made Raz's head hurt. Yes, this one has been exploring the Daedric connection as well. But Raz hates Daedra. In Raz's experience, very little good comes from dealing with Daedra or their cultists. And this revelation brings you to Relendil, yes? That is disturbingly vague. Why must cryptic cultists be so... cryptic? Well, Raz saw Valserin head toward Canonry Farmeldo's house. This one suggests we start our investigation of the area there.
Alright, so let's go ahead and speak to Canonry Farmeldo. Or Formeldo.
Go
He
inside and
is
we'll
right here.
discuss this later. And take off that ridiculous hood.
Ridiculous? I'll show you what's ridiculous. I'll show you all!
You think as Canon Reeve I'd be immune to the troublesome temper of a spoiled and rebellious child. But what distinguished visitors I have today. A wandering sage, a well-dressed Khajiit, and you. What brings such a group to Relenthiel? Investigating? For who? Well, there have been 3 reports this week of someone disappearing. And my intractable son Nadoril and his malcontent friends have been cavorting around the large sinkhole that recently appeared. What are you implying? They're just young and proud of their heritage. I wouldn't draw such a harsh conclusion without substantial evidence. I can't understand why they're fascinated with the sinkhole, but that doesn't make them criminals. It's unusual for newcomers to encroach upon Altmer affairs, especially since we rarely saw any prior to the Queen's decree. If you want to investigate, I won't try to stop you. And if anything happens, maybe it will teach my son to avoid the place.
Raz wants to ask the Canon Reeve a few more
Alright,
questions.
to the
Take
sinkhole.
the Sijic and go investigate the sinkhole.
Alright, so we gotta go northeast to get to the sinkhole. Let's go just up and over
I'll meet
this
you in the
hill
sinkhole.
here. And I'll just drop down here. Take some damage, because we love to do that. Alright, let's go into the sinkhole now. Alright, let's go ahead and speak to Valsiren. Where is she?
Doril's mad! He attacked Eldon, and one of those horrible creatures tore off my hood!
Oh, there she is.
That young woman was certainly in a hurry. And what was that about Nadoril and an attack? Yes, well, let's be on our guard then. I don't think this sinkhole is completely natural. Its size concerns me. If the ground continues to fall away, it could swallow all of Relenthiel. It certainly feels dangerous, and if it does figure into the Court of Bedlin's plans, well, I can't think of a more frightening event than watching Relenthiel get swallowed by a sinkhole. Let's proceed and find out what's going on down here.
Time to explore. Let's see what's going on around here. We've got Strider.
They don't look stable. I'll try to reinforce the
Take him out.
and catch up with you.
Alright, I am going the right direction. Sometimes you just gotta make sure you're taking the right path. Alright. Let's take out these larvae. Take out these 3. Alright. So it's above. Let's take out this Strider. Oh boy, 2 Striders.
Be careful. The size of this place. It's almost as if someone dug up through the island. I'll teleport closer to the central area and meet you there.
Okay. You go ahead and meet me there. I shall continue to explore.
Is someone there? Help!
Let's talk to this
Please
dude
help.
over here.
Crazy bastard stabbed me. God, this hurts. It was just kind of fun, joining the court of Bedlam, espousing the virtues of our Ultima heritage. But Nadoral took things too far. When we heard that they planned to release those creatures, I made the mistake of saying they were insane. Nadoral objected, called me unworthy. That's when he stabbed me.
The court of Bedlam will eradicate the lesser races. Maybe even
Alright, well, it sounds like I need to continue exploring. Or it looks like it at least. Let's go ahead and take out this Strider here. Oh, looks like a larva. Oh, and a spewer. I hate the spewers. The spewers suck so much. Well, actually, they spit. Oh yeah, they're annoying to deal with. Okay. Still gotta take a look
Over
and just
here.
double check where I'm going
Keep
sometimes.
quiet and tell me if you see what I see.
Okay, let's go up there.
You see that, right? My eyes aren't playing tricks on me. That's a sea slode. They haven't been seen in Somerset since, well, it's been centuries at least. A vile and dangerous species. Very powerful. The sea slode come from the distant underwater kingdom of Ulvorkus. Who's that hooded figure with the slode? And look, more of those abyssal pearls. They're everywhere. The hooded figure could be a member of this so-called Court of Bedlam. At this point, nothing would surprise me. That slode has me worried, though. I can't think of anything worse than an alliance between those foul beasts and Daedric cultists. They could certainly have a connection to the sea slode's submerged kingdom, but they appear to have been placed down here. Look how the Yagra are drawn to them. I'll head for the sea slode. You deal with those abyssal pearls.
Alright, I got some work to do.
My creatures,
Gotta destroy those pearls.
intruders.
That young idiot. We need to get over there.
Witness the power of Katora, the abyssal cabal.
Let's take out the spewer on our way over there. And this larva. Take out the Strider also.
This way. We're almost there.
A lot of spewers. Alright, let's take out this larva. Man, a lot of enemies. A lot of enemies. Alright, let's go over here and take out these guys and destroy that pearl. Awesome, medium armor increase. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's pick that stuff up really quick. Go ahead, destroy that pearl. There's the other pearl right there. A strider, spear, and a larva. Let's go ahead and take all these guys out. Alright, cool. Strider's down, larva's down. I just gotta take out that spewer. Almost dead. Alright. Let's destroy that pearl.
This way! Up here!
Alright, so now it's saying to go talk to Valsiren or continue exploring the sinkhole cavern.
Damn! No sign of where the sea slow disappeared.
Let's take out the salamander. This dude followed me. Alright, cool. There we go. Not gonna bother with that stuff. Alright, let's talk to Valsiren.
Damn it! I wasn't fast enough. For the time being, let's see what's through that opening.
Alright, so we need to continue exploring the sinkhole.
Left us something to remember it by. We need to dispatch that creature.
Alright. Destroy the Yagra monstrosity. Alright, got him down about 3/4 now. About 1/4 of the way now. Almost dead. Cool.
There. I think we can get out over there.
Alright, let's get out over here. We got a dual wield increase too. Alright, let's go speak to Razumdar.
Raz knew he'd find you.
Up there, apparently.
Sea slows. This is worse than the right.
Alright, let's speak to him.
Did the pretty Sijic say sea slowed? No. Raz must have heard wrong. That could not have been what she said. Slowed? That's bad. And sea slowed? That sounds even worse. If the sea slowed threatens Somerset, Queen Irene must be informed. We need to act. Wait. What did you say about the Cannon Reeve's son? Daedra worshippers. In Somerset. And slowed. Oh, Raz likes this situation less and less. As for Nedoril, Raz knows how to deal with traitors. This one will meet you at the Cannon Reeve's house.
Alright, to the Cannon Reeve's house now. Which is not too far, it looks like. We'll mount up, start making our way that direction. Over there. Southwest. Avoid that imp. Okay, let's go inside the house.
The Eye of the Queen? How dare you accuse my son of treason?
And let's speak to the Cannon Reef.
The Queen's Eye? How dare he not identify himself when he first arrived? And how dare he accuse my foolish son of something as serious as treason? The Queen shall hear of this, mark my words. Sea slowed? Plus all this nonsense about Altma's superiority, and now murder? I am the Canon Reeve of Relenthil. I took an oath to serve and protect my community. How in the Queen's name am I supposed to reconcile my son's actions? Oh, Nadoril, what have you done? Please, you must talk to the Queen's Eye. He needs to show mercy. I'm sure we can find a way to resolve this without... Oh, here comes Nadoril now.
Foolishness can be ignored. Murder and treason, not so much.
You and your queen have no authority over a true Altma, you mangy cat.
This one cannot allow your crimes to stand unanswered.
Nadoril! No! No! I understand.
Sometimes the eye sees treason and must cut it out before it spreads. This one is sorry you had to witness that. Blasphemy, treason, murder. How many crimes must one commit to attract the attention of the executioner's blade? Raz decided that a message had to be sent. Enemies of the Queen will not be tolerated. Treason and the Queen's justice are serious business. Raz has been forced into this role on rare occasions, but he never seeks it out or looks forward to wielding the blade. A necessary part of my job, yes. No. Raz will see to the Cannon Reeve and send word to the Queen before looking deeper into the Court of Bedlam. You should return to Arteum and let the Sijiks know what we learned. I tell you, Five Claw, this whole situation makes Raz want to hiss.
Alright, so now to the Right Master. Let's go ahead and fast travel to Arteum. To the Arteum Way Shrine. Alright, let's make our way over to that portal. Go up to the tower. Let's make our way up to the Right Master's study. Speak to the Right Master up there.
Ah, friend of Valcerin. I've been informed that you encountered a sea slode in a sinkhole beneath Relenthil. That bodes ill for Somerset, perhaps all of Nirn. I fear there are difficult days ahead. I'm familiar with that particular sea slode and its renegades. Call themselves the Abyssal Cabal. I thought I defeated them long ago, but it appears I was in error. What about the pearls? Valcerin mentioned you encountered more in the sinkhole. Val described those seaborne monstrosities. I have a vague recollection of Katora utilizing such creatures in the past, but for some reason, the memories refuse to snap into focus. I suppose that's another mystery I'll need to look into. The Daedric princes require minions to carry out their will, and the Slode have always had an interest in the green and pleasant island. It isn't hard to see why they might work together. For now, you have my thanks for assisting Valcerin. I asked the Conclave of the 11 Forces to ponder how we can learn more from the Abyssal Pearl. With the